a beautiful little farming town with its own train station so that employees can come to work. Our first cargo terminal and this awesome little farm that is just chugging along, working, doing its thing, and the cutest town I've ever built. I'm very proud. To be honest with you, I am super proud. Other than the fences and the no snow in the backyard, I mean, honestly, I would love if my house was surrounded by snow, but there was no snow in the backyard. That'd be awesome. But other than the fences, I think that this looks like a very realistic little town. I love the roads. I love the grid layout over here. It's not so boxy like our other one. But speaking of our other one, we are really starting to lean into our high density and our bigger buildings, our medium density and our high density and our mixed zoning, and that is just making this area look super cool. It's starting to look like a little city over here, and I am digging it. I am really digging it. I think it looks really cool, especially this skate park in the middle of the winter. And honestly, at least nobody's using it, because nobody uses skate parks in the middle of the winter. We added one anyway, but no one's using it, so that's good. Pretty dope skate park too, actually. But guys, what do you say we get into the meat and potatoes? Okay, does that sound crazy? I think that's what we do. The first thing that we are going to do today is we are going to expand our density a bit. I originally wanted this not to be dense, but the more that I play this game, the more that I realize you have to treat cities in Cities 2 like they're real cities and not just like, oh, we're gonna build a downtown right over here. No, you expand it as is needed. We do have a pretty large demand for our low density, but we're gonna be getting to that today. And we have a pretty high demand for medium density, high density, commercial. We have a reasonable demand for industry, which is quite nice. So that's what we're gonna start today off with. We're going to extend this little dense corner over here a little bit farther. And how we're going to do that is on this street right here, on Holly Street. We are going to start with our mixed housing over here. So we're going to start by dezoning all of this commercial, and then we're going to just place a little bit of our mixed use over here. And I want to make sure that the buildings don't get too high. So I'm gonna kind of take these out as they kind of come to make sure that, you know, it kind of makes its way upwards, because I just think that'll look kind of nice. I do want to see, is it gonna give us any big buildings over here? Cool. I am down with that, to be honest with you. I am down with that. And then over here, we are going to do a larger building, a smaller one right here. I want specific buildings, so I'm gonna keep taking these out until I get what I want, to be completely honest with you. And you know what, maybe we dezone this for now and let these kind of build out and see what we get, and then here we'll either put something here, we'll figure it out when the time comes. What I do want to do though is we have not spent a lot of time in our development tree, so we have so many development points, which is awesome, but I would love to grab some park buildings. So we're going to grab this park maintenance building, and then we're going to grab sports parks, and honestly I think we're going to unlock large parks as well in case we want to put one down. And then we have these large sports parks. We only have 4 development points left. I would actually love large sports parks. We're not going to put them in quite yet. I also want to save some points because I want to get to college soon. I want to get some other things, police station, welfare office. We have a lot that there's just so much to do in this game, and that just makes me super excited. So we're going to take out these row houses. We're going to end up moving these back a bit. We're going to do another line right down here. We don't have the demand for it right now, so we don't really need it. I'm going to take all of these out. Perfect. And then we're going to come in here with our parks, and we're going to look. So we have these large parks, this large playground, which isn't very big, which is cool, this large plaza, and then a large city park. Really cool. What I want to do though is I want to come over here, and now we have this tennis court. We have an outdoor gym, which is awesome. I love outdoor gyms in real life. Then we have a skate park, and then we have a basketball court. So we're going to place one of these. I'm thinking like maybe we could do, it would be cool to do more than one, to be honest with you, but maybe we do like different ones in different parts of the city. Over here, we're kind of by the high school. I think it'd be really cool to have a skate park over here. I think that could be a really interesting park, especially because we haven't really seen it in Cities 2 before. Now it is -6. This is Celsius, -6 Celsius, and we're in October, so we're just starting winter, and we're placing down a skate park. So this would not be the most popular thing in the entire world, but you know, so be it. Then I'm gonna look, how is our parks looking? Our parks are looking decent. I think what we might do though is I'm gonna place an outdoor gym. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna place an outdoor gym actually right here. These are perfect because if you've ever seen one, depending on like what city you live in, or if you've ever seen one, like they kind of like, they go kind of anywhere, you know? They can be by a subway station, they can be by a school, they can be by a residential area, they can be by skyscrapers. It doesn't really matter where you put these guys. So I think this could be kind of a nice place for it. It's by, you have to walk from if you live over here, but I think it could be quite nice. Then we're gonna come over here and we're gonna look at these buildings. These look super, super cool. I really like these. We will have to continue the density on this other side of the street, and it might look slightly unrealistic while we do that. That being said, I think it's fine for now. We'll take out this. Actually, we're gonna take this out. Perfect. And then we're gonna add in some pieces here. Perfect, just like that. Because I would love to snake like a little path through here. And then we're gonna come into here and we're gonna go into our medium density, and we're gonna put a little medium density house right here. And then we're actually gonna put a path back here as well. Perfect. And let's just, honestly, while we're here, because I'll forget about it, let's make it a little bit prettier. Cool. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit of something, you know, just a wee bit of something. And I think that this is going to look quite nice. And honestly, I might extend this over now, our mixed housing. I might extend this over here just so that we can make it look a little bit nicer. Now, you know what I'm going to do? We're going to do a 4, a 4, and a 4. We'll do the whole thing here, and then we'll do 2 3s. So we'll do 1 3 here, and then a 1 3 beside our medical clinic. And then we will extend our density a little bit farther out. But for now, we're going to leave it. I think we're probably going to be pretty close for where that looks. So we're going to go do the next thing, and then we're going to come back and see how this all looks. And maybe we'll add a little bit of density at the end of the episode. The main thing that we're going to do today that I'm pretty excited about is we're going to start a brand new little town, which is going to be a lot of fun. We are actually going to start this over here, where we have our our rail yard and our geothermal power plant over here, for a couple reasons. One, we need workers here anyway. If we click here, we do actually have 2 employees and it has 100% efficiency, but we have people literally driving all the way from our town all the way over here. That would be an awful drive, especially because you're not even going through anything. It's just like driving on the highway. That would be not the most fun drive in the entire world. We're gonna set up a little bit of a town over here. What we're also going to do, the reason why we're setting up a town, is if we come over to our economy and we go to our production, we are producing an absolute ungodly amount of wood, forestry, but we also have quite the deficit in our grain, our chicken, our livestock, our grain, our livestock, and our veggies, and honestly, pretty much everything. We do need rock as well. If we look at our natural resources tab, we can see that we have a ginormous piece of fertile land over here. We do have fertile land in a lot of different places, which is really, really nice. We have some over here, we have some oil over here, we have some ore over here, which is really, really cool. Maybe we can get that going as well. If I would love to have a little small town. We need one over here anyway, so we might as well build it right here. The other option would be right here. However, if we go into our roads, we go into our contour levels, and then we look, this one's slightly more flat, slightly. Actually, this one looks way more flat. Maybe we do this one, to be honest with you. I mean, it really doesn't matter. We have our train goes here, and then our road comes over here. Honestly, we might actually do over here because this could be a nice little town. We could have a second highway interchange over here as well. I think that's what we do. I like that. So let's turn on resource view. So yeah, we could buy these 3 tiles, or we could come over here and buy these 6 tiles. And I think, because we need to buy these 6 anyway. Yeah, I think that's actually the move, to be honest with you. Yeah, I like that. Let's buy these 6 tiles, and now we can place down a little bit of something over here. We can plop down a little town, and this works well because I really want to focus on rail in this series, and we can put a little rail line over here, which is awesome. I love that. All right, so how we're gonna start this little town is I'm gonna put some roads around our fertile land. I'm just gonna put like nothing crazy. Honestly, I might just send a straight gravel road right here. And the reason why is I want this to be outside of the fertile land so that we can place our 2 farms and then we can bring roads to those. So if we look over here into our specialized industry, the only ones that we really need, this needs the textile fiber farming. We need these 4 technically. Now with our livestock, we don't actually need fertile land, which is really, really cool. But we do need it for these 2 guys. So if we look at our deficit, we are running 55 tons, 33, and then 40, and then I don't think we're gonna do these. I think we're just gonna do our grain and our vegetables over here, and then later on down the road, then we'll worry about everything else. So we're literally just gonna split this in half with our 2 farms right here, and that's kind of how we're gonna do it. What we will do over here though, knowing all of this, is we can now take our highway and we can start our little town, which I think is gonna be really, really cool. So let's do that, and we're gonna follow this contour line all the way up, and that's how we're gonna gonna get the basis of our town. So I'm gonna bring this down to ground level, and I think what we'll do is, how far is this? I think that's about 5. A 5-degree slope. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring this down on a 5-degree slope. I don't think this is too steep. And then we're gonna follow this contour level, or this line, all the way over to our industry. It does look kind of funny in some places, and maybe we can fix these up, but I like that it's kind of like a different, it's not just a straight road. There's some very straight portions, obviously, but for the most part, I kind of wanted to stay away from that as much as possible. Obviously, that's easier said than done. How we're gonna start this area, I would like to start it around our train station. And we'll probably have 2 train stations. We're gonna have this one right here, and then we're gonna have our cargo train terminal as well. And maybe we can place our cargo rail terminal like right over here, and then we can place our regular train terminal over here. So we're gonna start with this terminal because this is how we're going to get everything set up. So let's put this, I wanna make sure we have enough room for everything. We might have to buy this tile, which kind of sucks, but I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. We're gonna put this guy, we're gonna plop this down right about there, and then we're going to link everything up. Yeah, I think we do have to buy this tile, unfortunately. Not amazing, but it is what it is. I will come into our continuous, and we're going to just link these up. Perfect, and we'll do the same thing over here. I want to make sure though that we have enough room for our cargo. And honestly, we might have to buy another tile over here. We're just buying all the tiles. So be it, I suppose. Then I want to look at this. And if we buy, so we have a subway interface, taxi stop, extra platform. So these go to these other 2. So we actually don't need these hooked up yet, which is kind of cool. Just to know that we'll only need these really hooked up after we upgrade our train line, which is kind of fun. Okay, so how we want to do this, we just really, honestly, just kind of need to hook this up into everything else now. Oh, it looks like we might need this one done. We'll figure that out afterwards. Okay, so honestly, what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna bring this road into here, and that's gonna be the start of our town. So yeah, this is kind of going to be the start of our little town. And I like this because this town over here, this is very gridded out, very straight. And I'm not complaining. I like grids, but I like them a bit too much. So I like that this is kind of going to be a little bit of a windy boy. What I'm going to do is we're going to upgrade this to just a regular 2-lane road. However, I'm going to try my best when we're creating our grid. We're gonna create it with our alleys, but I'm gonna try my best to make sure that if we want to upgrade this in the future, we don't absolutely destroy our entire town. And I'll show you what I mean. So if you come up here and we do, I think it was 112, this creates like a perfect grid, right? These are all 112 by 112. So over here, we're gonna go up a little bit more. Basically, we're gonna come up, and honestly, I might upgrade this to be an alley. But our main street is gonna have a sidewalk because it's gonna be a small town. So we're gonna come up and I'm gonna send a road 127 on either side. And that's gonna be, or 128, I guess. And that's gonna be our like kind of standard layout here. And we're gonna do that every few blocks or so. So we're gonna turn off everything, snap to zoning cell length and 90-degree angle so that we can do even 128s. Perfect. And we may add one more in here. Perfect. And we'll connect all these up. Actually, this one looks pretty straight. Decent. I don't love this right here, so we are actually going to take out this road and fix it. Cool. So we got a little bit of something going on. We are going to send this back a bit just to, I would like all of our roads to kind of go somewhere, if that makes sense. I know, crazy. Like this road, for example, I think we're going to send this out. And I think this road is actually going to connect up over here. We're not going to place anything yet because I do want to put down our cargo terminal over here. And honestly, maybe we kind of place that right now. I do think we're going to need to buy another 2 tiles. And let's put that down right now. We're gonna flip it this way and probably put it like over here. Perfect. We're gonna come into our 2-way 1 train tracks, gonna turn on our continuous mode, and honestly, just make like a nice, easy connection. We're gonna do this on both sides. Perfect. Awesome. I am loving the way that that's looking. Now we can kind of look over here and we can go, okay, cool. So we really only need this road to come up here and then wrap around. We'll try to follow some of our contour levels over here. And then we're going to curve in up here. Perfect. And then honestly, I think we might take this road and then send this back and meet up over here. And I want to try making our complex curve tool and use it here because I love this tool so much. I think it's super cool. So let's do this. Let's come up to about here. We'll bring it down, try to grab a guideline about here, say. And that is a super, super cool road. I love it. I love it a lot. And what's nice is if we do upgrade this, we're not going to be doing weird, funny things. Because this is snapped to this side of the building, we can just upgrade it on this side if need be. We don't need to right now, but you know, it's just kind of nice to know that. Cool. And now we have these roads that go somewhere, which is really cool. Just on this one side though. So let's send both of these out and let's have them connect up with our train. Perfect. And we'll do the same thing over here. And honestly, I think what we might do here, let's see. Yeah, well, I think we're gonna end this road here, but we're gonna send this road out. Perfect, because then we can create like another road in here. Awesome, and then we'll send one. Actually, we'll leave this right here. And I think that looks really, really cool. What I will do though is, because these roads don't really go anywhere right now, I don't love these. These ones make a little bit more sense. We're gonna continue these roads all the way down here. And honestly, what we might do is we might delete these because these really don't have a function. We'll put some like commercial on the other side of here. And then when we need to expand, we will. But I think what we're going to do is we're gonna send these roads out. Cool, just like that, and then we'll connect these up. Perfect. And now all of these, like these blocks are very, very far from each other, except this one right here. And honestly, let's take that out. So if we do upgrade these to larger roads later down the road, then we can, and we don't have to really, feel bad about it. So we need to connect these up because these don't have water or electricity. So how we're going to do that is we're going to come into our upgrade road tools, road services, and we are just going to add lights all the way over here. So now we should have power. We do. And now we just need water. So let's just add our water pipe right under the road where apparently they belong. So now these train stations should be operational, both of them, which is quite nice. We are going to come in here because this is screaming at us, and we're gonna connect these up right about here. Nothing too crazy. We'll leave this back one for now because this one's not screaming at us, and if we don't need to connect it, then let's not do that. You know what I'm saying? But now we can place a few things, and we're gonna keep this very, very, very low density. So let's start plopping. And you know what might be fun over here? Let's do all European. I think that could be actually really, really cool. I've never built a European city before, and I just think that could be kind of a fun time. Not that I think this would be a European city. I think that could be kind of a fun little thing. And what we might do, actually, now that I'm looking at everything, let's dezone everything right now. Because I'm looking at this and I'm like, this doesn't look super, super realistic. This is going to be a very rural area, and we're going to let this kind of fill in naturally. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just zone small areas at a time everywhere and let it fill in that way. So we'll come back into here. We'll turn on our marquee tool, and we'll do just like small little areas over here. We're going to use the full zoning or the full area. But yeah, I think that will look much nicer. And I don't want houses to spawn right beside each other, but like close-ish to each other. Absolutely nothing crazy. Cool. I don't want houses kind of like beside each other. Close, that makes sense, but beside each other, we're gonna leave it like that for now. Honestly, I think this is gonna look super, super cool. What we are going to do though over here is we are going to start building out our farms. So we have the grain and then we have the vegetables. So the grain is going to be on, let's just make it the left side because it totally matters. Like this, perfect. I'm gonna place this down super, super quickly. We're going to try to split this in half. I'm not too worried about like making this perfect right now. Cool. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with the vegetable farm. We're going to put it like right over here. The vegetable farm looks like it's actually going to be bigger. Two little farms right here. Yeah, vegetable farm actually does look bigger. Then we're going to come into our gravel roads, and we're just going to send them out. Oh, we have to snap to the sides of buildings, and then we're going to send it out. Perfect. And we'll do the same thing right over here. And this building did not work properly. So let's take this out and we'll redraw it. And honestly, we might as well draw this perfect now as well because we can. And we are actually going to request more area from the chicken farm. Perfect. And then we'll come over here into our chicken farm, and we are going to add a few more nodes around here. So now we have these two farms over here, and those look pretty cool. I am going to fix this though. Then we're going to add a node. Let's add it God, dude. This is a nightmare. Cool, cool, cool. Looking really, really nice over there. And look at all these houses. They don't look super realistic. Actually, I'm wondering, did I use the right ones? European. Okay, I did. These look so similar. Oh, maybe not. I think what we could do though is we can fill this in a little bit more. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So we'll just add a few more commercial spots on the other side of the road. Perfect, and then we'll come over here into our homes and we shall do the same thing. I don't really want houses right beside each other, and for whatever reason it wants to do that to me. So it's kind of frustrating. These are 4x6s, and for whatever reason it didn't want to do one there. It is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, it wants to do 2 right here. There we go. Cool, cool, cool. So while this builds out, we are going to make a little district over here. I'm gonna start it here, knowing that it might grow later down the road. We're gonna end it at our train. Perfect. So if you have a name for this little town, let me know in the comments. For now, Hamilton Croft is such a bad name. Awful name, oh my God. But it is what it is. What I really wanna do over here is I want to be able to click this and go, oh, okay, so there's 200 employees in this area, which is insane, and 34 households. So we need a lot more households. And what I'm actually going to do is we're going to redraw. We're going to add a node and we're gonna bring it way over here. And the reason for that is these areas have employees as well. And I want to be able to see this entire area. Perfect. So if we come over here, the employees should have gone up. Yeah, so they're about 300. We only have about 34 households, 55 residents. So we need a lot more houses in this area. And maybe now, right, we've kind of seen this and we've gone, okay, like we have this like, you know, a little bit of a rural area over here. Maybe now we kind of, you know, mass move everyone in. I don't really know. You know what, let's do now. We probably will, but I want to give it, you know, just a second. We're going to create a passenger terminal line, because I just realized that we haven't done that yet. So we're going to start here and we're going to bring this all the way over here, create a new waypoint, and then come all the way back and complete this line. Complete route. Perfect. So now we have a train line that goes from our new town of Hamilton Croft over to our very first town that we have actually not named yet, which we should probably do as well. We'll leave it for now. And I really like this area over here. I'm gonna speed it up a bit and kind of let this grow out. I'm really digging it. I think it looks really cool. The one thing that we're gonna add over here, we just added this post office. And I'm gonna add a post office over here as well, because we actually don't have one yet, and that is not good. I don't wanna take out anything over here because this is like our dense area, but we are gonna add a post office just right off the side of Sterling Street right here, because we actually are going to extend up over here, so we might as well. The other thing that we're gonna add over in this area is we are going to add internet service. So I think where we're going to bring that, we might actually add 2, which might sound like overkill in this area, but I want it to be able to reach our farms, because that helps with the efficiency. But if I just put one over here, then it doesn't reach all of our homes, and I would literally never move somewhere without internet, which is crazy because it's a fairly new thing. But anyway, so we're gonna place one of these down, honestly, near our farms. We might just put that like off of this street right here. It's not the most attractive thing in the entire world, but so be it. And actually, maybe what we do, this costs $1.5 thousand a month. This costs $5,000 a month for the radio mast. Let's just upgrade it. And let's see how far that reaches. I don't know if that actually reached any farther, which is kind of frustrating that we just spent money on this thing. Oh, we have to click it. Okay, now let's see. That did a pretty decent job. So we're actually just gonna leave that one right like that. And perfect. We do have these trucks that are coming right through our downtown in this area, but I mean, that's okay. I'm really liking this this little area over here. I think it looks pretty cool. We do need a hearse, so we should probably think about adding some more city services over here. I would love to not add a medical clinic because this thing costs 100 grand a month and we're already low on money. A cemetery also costs 55 a month. That's crazy. A crematorium only costs 45. You know what we might do? We might get a crematorium. We don't have a cemetery over here. I mean, our cemetery does reach way over there. It's just we're gonna be sending cars all the way over here. So let's see. I mean, we only have a town of 46 residents with 400 employees. So there are a lot of people that are coming on this highway to come over here anyway. I think we leave it for now, to be honest with you. I am really enjoying this little town. I think it's really, really cool. I think we're gonna leave this town here for now. Yeah, it's a pretty bare bones town, but a lot of towns are. This is like the town that I grew up, except without the farms. It was just the people. Like actually this many commercial shops. This is actually probably too much for a town this size, but I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like it. I think the only thing that we're gonna change over here is we're gonna upgrade this street and we're gonna add a little bit more of commercial, even though there's probably already too much. And then we're gonna add a few more spots of residential as well. Yeah, so we added a few more houses in here. I think it's gonna look really, really cool. I wish that they weren't like fenced in, because that would not happen in real life. But you know, it is what it is, especially with these types of roads. Like there would be no fences pretty much anywhere. Everyone would just kind of live together, basically. What we are going to do though, is we're gonna come in here and we're gonna plant a bunch of trees. We're gonna plant a bunch of pine to start off. I'm gonna go to a fairly high brush strength size, and I'm gonna litter trees pretty much everywhere because there would be tons of trees over here. And it adds a little bit of privacy as well in this area, which I think is going to be important for these residents. We're going to bring our trees back here too. We might as well kind of bring them all up and down the highway over there. Perfect. Cool, cool, cool. And then we're going to come in and we're going to add some other trees. We'll probably add some birch as well. I'm trying to think about the trees that I had around me when I was growing up. Definitely lots of pine. I believe birch. Maybe I'm confusing birch with another tree, but regardless, I think it's gonna look nice anyway. So now we have tons and tons of trees. It looks pretty silly over here because they're all baby trees, but that is okay. Let's look at our train line. We have nobody using it. We have 5 passengers. That's okay. Yeah, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. 105 residents, 450 employees. So we do have a lot of people that are commuting in here to work, but I think that's okay because we have this train line. The last thing that we are going to do, we're going to come back over into our first little town and look at the density. I think this is super cool. Oh my God. We have our cemetery in the back here. Really, really nice. We have our hearses that are going all the way over to Hamilton. We could just call that Hamilton, actually. I'm going to call it Hamilton unless somebody gives me a better name. Yeah, I like that. We are starting to see a little bit of a lease demand for low density. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to add a few more high density buildings over here. We'll add this one right here. And then I think we'll stop that. I think we'll stop that there. However, we're going to add some more buildings over here. So we're going to take, this is what we're going to do. We're going to add more. Ooh, I just realized that I put a European building over here, which isn't a huge deal. But, you know, it's not a huge deal. It's all American over here, so I feel like we should try to keep it like that for as long as possible. What we're going to do is we're going to add row houses along this street right here. So let's take all of these out. Perfect. And then let's add some row houses. We're gonna bring this all the way over here because we are actually going to de-zone this area right over here. Probably right here too. Yeah. So we'll come in with our mixed use right here. We'll add this in. And then we're gonna come over here into our low rent and our medium density. And we're gonna add just a little bit more density over here. Perfect. And I think that is going to look super, super cool over here. I mean, hopefully, at the very least. Hopefully it looks super, super cool. We do have tons and tons and tons of cars parking on the street, so maybe we should also be thinking about parking lots as well. This is how I get very distracted, and this is how it happens. I think what we might do is leave it for now. We're gonna leave it for now. That's what we're gonna do. Guys, if you made it this far and you liked the video, like the video. If you loved the video and you're not subscribed, what are you doing, man? Subscribe down below. Let me know in the comment section if you like our density, if you feel like this is realistic. I mean, to be honest, it does spring up quite a bit over here, but I feel like that's pretty realistic. We have this little core. We have a little core over here, which I think is super, super cool. Let me know if you like this little town of Hamilton. I think this is honestly super cute. I do. And I'm tired of pretending that I don't. I think it's super cute over here. We will expand this town. This will probably be its own little town. And then this road, eventually, I'd like this to meet up with the highway. We will have to kind of make a road through here, or maybe we don't. Who knows? We'll let the town develop organically. The main thing is I like this little town. I like this dense area over here. I think we're doing a great job. We are losing money somehow because we have so many services. We're making money on electricity. We have a lot of garbage, the garbage management. Yeah, that makes sense. And our healthcare. Yeah, that also makes sense. But if we look over here, we are now producing a surplus of grain and a surplus of vegetables. I keep on wanting to say carrots, which is good, which is really, really good. I think we could honestly, we don't have to worry about our budget because now we're actually making money. I'm getting distracted. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Peace out.